magandang araw. My name is Ranchel Bench Daisy Nievas from Marikina City and I am 17 years old. Actually po, nung 12 years old pa lang po ako, doon po ako nagsimula mag-take ng products ng Noble Life, which is yung Crypto Monotalus and yung Cleanse. Yung sa health issue ko po, hindi naman po siya masyadong malala, pero yung crypto po kasi nakakatulong po talaga siya as a student na katulad ko po para ma-boost po yung ating immune system at saka po nagbibigay rin po talaga siya ng talino sa atin. Siguro way back grade 8, ganun po, 7, 8. Mahina po talaga ako sa school. Pinakamataas ko lang na top, wala sa atin. And mahirap po talaga makipagsabay sa mga klase ko. And nung nag-take po ako ng crypto, dun po parang na sa isip ko, maganda to kasi pampatalino, sabi nga po ni mama, which is yung mother ko na nagtatrabaho at unang nakaka-discover na mag-take po kayo at try nyo po para mas mapatunayan nyo po na tama yung sinasabi ko na lahat ng stress nyo, yung makakapag-focus kayo sa pag-aaral nyo, lalo na yung mga, halimbawa, may quiz, may exams, makakapag-focus talaga kayo kasi yung mga nire-review nyo, matatandaan nyo po ito. Dahil nga po doon, makakapag-focus kayo at makakuha kayo ng mataas na grado. And yung sa naman po, sa Clen, una po yan, syempre hindi nyo magugustuhan yung lasa kasi may nararamdaman nga po kayo. And after ilang months ng pagtitake, syempre parang juice na rin po yan. Syempre bilang kabataan, gusto natin milk tea, mga masasarap, diba? Pag na-try nyo po ito, maganda sa pakiramdam na parang magaan sa atin. And sa mga nagpapapayat, yan, maganda po yung cleanse. Ako noon, sobrang taba ko. Siguro nung elementary up to 3rd year high school, grabe yung taba ko po nun. And nag-take lang po ako ng cleanse, napakaganda po, papayat po talaga kayo. And proper diet lang rin.
announcement for today. Ay, yan. Paumanhin po at naging click po natin ang mga iba't iba nating mga announcement. So ayan, gusto ko na pong ipakilala sa inyo para ma-present niya na po ang slides niya. Walang iba kundi si Doktora Geraldine B. Emperador. Nandito po siya sa office kasama ko at kaming dalawa dito ang nagtatandem.
Yes, hi. A happy, healthy, noble life. Good evening sa ating lahat. And I pray and hope na mas maliliwanagan tayo at marami tayong matututunan about skin disease prevention. Okay. Ang topic po natin is skin disease prevention and how do we prevent skin disease? It is by doing the proper skincare. So the next question is, what is the proper skincare in order for a person to look best at any age? So here we see several pictures. Merong 20 years old, yan yung skin. 30 years old, 40 years old, and 50 years old. Um, Sorry po, wait lang. Medyo may technical problem. Okay, yon. Sorry. Ayan po. Yan. This is what I mean. There's a 20-year-old, 30, 40, and 50-year-old na skin. Iba-iba po, di ba? Siyempre, iba rin pag may makeup. Pero, how do we look our best at any age? So, ang next question is, tayo. Hirap. Ayun na. Sorry. Nandun na siya. Pasensya na po kayo. Okay. Okay. To move on. So after seeing the different ages a skin will be presented, ano ba tong skin? What is skin? It is the largest organ of the body with a total area of, believe it or not, 20 square feet. So anong main function ng skin? It protects us from microbes, yon, bacteria, virus, and fungus, and the elements of the outside environment. Ano tong elements of the outside environment? The sun. Imagine if we do not have skin, directly ang sun will strike our inner organs, right? And also cold, and also wind, and also yung mga smoke, yung mga pollution, ganyan. So, okay, and it also regulates our body temperature. Imagine if we do not have the skin, ang bilis mag-evaporate ng water from the inside of our body and we get dehydrated. We will die, di ba? So, that's the important regulation of body temperature function of the skin. Then the last is it permits the sensations of touch. Kasi nasa skin po natin yung mga receptors, we call it the end receptors, for nerve endings for touch, heat, cold, pressure, yung pagdiin, and also for pain. Okay, next slide. Ayan. So, looking at the skin microscopically, pag nag-zoom in tayo, makikita po natin na there are three layers: the epidermis, the dermis, and the subcutaneous tissue. Epidermis, ito po yung nakikita natin na outermost layer that provides a waterproof barrier. It creates our skin tone. Yan po yan. And also at the basal layer, yun din po, it creates, if you are fair-skinned, if you are morena, if you are dark-skinned, yan po, yan. And then we have the dermis, syempre, below siya, the next layer below the epidermis. And it contains mga tough connective tissue, the hair follicles, and the sweat glands. And the last is the subcutaneous tissue, hypodermis. Here po makikita natin yung fat and the connective tissue that is supporting the whole framework. So, when example po, if you can imagine a burn, yung burn patient, a case of burn, makikita niyo po na it's very, very painful because it depends on what skin layer was affected. If it's the epidermis where all those nerve endings are found, yun po yung pinakamasakit. But if you notice, pag the burn will penetrate until the dermis and the fat layer, hindi na po nararamdaman ng patient yun because the nerve endings po are in the epidermis. Okay, next slide. Okay, so now that we know that the skin is the biggest or the largest organ of the body, not the brain, not the heart, not the kidneys, but the skin. So ngayon natin, we will realize how important it is to take care of the skin, okay? So, as a dermatologist po, I go back to basics because I want a simple, tapos, this is 15 minutes lang po na pag-wash ng face. Even if you ask my friends, they will tell you even sa bahay, ang bilis mo because for me the basics is a more realistic way to achieve skin goals in terms of time, effort, and cost. Okay, more is not always better, remember that. And a long skincare routine can do more harm or can harm more than do good, like pag matagal, nai-irritate. If you notice, our skin, pag nakasoak in water, kukulubot na siya, di ba? When that happens, mas penetrate in whatever we touch. If it's the next, kunwari exfoliating or peeling solution or a strong toner, mabilis yun mag-absorb. So, it's not advisable. And also, when it's so prolonged, you apply so much, sobrang raming creams, what happens is that you now clog the pores of the skin more. Tapos remember also that skincare routine will only work if you stick to it. Because there are so many available products in the market, iba-ibang brand. When you find out kung ano na yung hiyang sa inyo, yung sinasabi, what is applicable for your skin, don't try to change it just like that. You have to stick to it, okay? So that you will know the optimal result from that skincare product. Next. Okay, the basic step-by-step skincare. I know you know this. This is very practical. One is cleanse. Okay, a good gentle cleanser is able to take off dirt, oil, and makeup that get trapped in your pores but without disrupting the skin's pH balance. So if you notice, at times you already soap your skin, but when you do the next step, which is the toning, meron pa rin natitirang dark or parang dust in your cotton pad, diba? So it means you have to find which is the best cleanser. Merong foam, merong bar soap, merong liquid, and meron yung parang lotion type. Pero soap siya. Okay, next. The next step is Yan, toner. Ito yung sinasabi ko. When you have a very good or you found the soap that will be applicable to your skin that will maximize cleansing, a good toner can also minimize fade dark spots and hydrate the skin. This replaces the dullness of skin and giving a fresh translucent glow. But when you notice, when you remove your cotton pads, you will see that there are still dust, yung mga dark. Ibig sabihin, the soap that you use before your toning did not really remove the dirt and the grime. Okay. The third step is treatment. Okay. Why do I say treatment? It's because this refers to the products that are loaded with a higher concentration of active ingredients to address specific concerns, like if the person has acne or if the person has dry skin or sensitive, irritated skin with allergic rashes, then you specifically treat that condition. Then, number four is, sorry. Number four is moisturize. Okay. Yeah, moisturize. Moisturizers are not required for everyone. Why? Because if you're oily, if you moisturize, you become oilier, diba? So it doesn't help. Now, when you're prone to acne, all the more you will clog the pores. So they keep skin from drying out, resulting to softer, supple, healthier looking skin. By so who needs most ang moisturizing? It will be the dry skin, the elderly skin, or the skin that is prone to allergy or asthma of the skin. Especially now when it's the cold season, you will notice that we all notice, like me myself, that our skin gets drier. So this is the time that you will really need to moisturize. But if you have acne at this time, I do not advise. Okay. So the moisturizers act by, or they function by gathering moisture on the surface of the skin, or they directly add moisture to the skin. Meron yung parang hydrating solutions. Yan. And then also they create a barrier that protects the skin from moisture loss. Hindi kasi pwedeng kunwari cold air or the air conditioning, or like if you're commuting, tapos fast running yung cars mo, the motorcycles, they will remove the moisture from your skin. So you have to have a good moisturizer that will protect and hold the moisture on your skin. Okay, next. Okay. Now we know the four steps. Pero for us to balance everything, I will give you do's and don'ts of skincare. Number one is limit bath time, because hot water and long showers actually remove oils from your skin. Okay. Our skin is created to have its natural, normal oils. Okay? Itong oils na to will diminish as we grow old. Now, I noticed that if one is used to having mga warm baths, you will notice that these people will have drier skin. So at this time, even if it's the cold weather season, I I discourage, and I want you to limit bath time, because the hot water bath that you do and the long showers will surely remove the oils from your skin, and it's not good. Okay, next, do's and don't. We have number two is avoid strong soaps and detergent that can strip oils from your skin. A perfect example is the papaya soap. Okay? I have several patients na after 3 months or even almost a year of using the same kind of soap, mga oil control soaps, papaya soaps, they notice that they get irritations. Why? Because mga papaya soaps, those soaps to control the oil will try to peel you also. And prolonged peeling, you can imagine the skin is the protective layer. So if you try to peel it every time you use papaya soap, ang mangyayari, magda-dry up siya, magninipis siya. So maya-maya, mahapdi na or mapula na, and it's not good anymore. So now you try to see a dermatologist what happened. And usually, it's the papaya soap. And also, to mention, importantly, is the detergent soaps. Siyempre, sa mga rural areas, sa mga far-off areas, it's the only one that they have. Ang advice ko po, instead of using detergent soaps, mag-ano ka na lang, soap and water. Soap and water na lang po. Even yung mga salty, yung maasin, seawater, you can use that. But not as often. But not use, please do not use detergent soaps, bar soaps. Remember, the detergents are for yung mga tela. They're for clothing material, but not for our skin. Next. Okay. I also noticed that people, especially nowadays, mga millennials, and even yung mga kabatch ko, ka-age ko, I know have a routine of shaving. Not only the armpits, but also the legs. Kasi, di ba, yung legs and meron nga yung parang yung waxing, it's very in now. So what happens is that the same as when you use harsh soap, imagine waxing is a very strong material that will peel off not just the hair on your uh, legs, but also the skin. The topmost skin is removed. Therefore, pati sa shaving, napaka-sharp, napaka-talas ng ating mga blades. So, they actually remove the topmost layer of the skin. Now, if you do it every day, you can imagine you are already harming your skin. Okay? Next is, ayan. Okay? Also, so that we will avoid harming the skin, I advise that you do not rub your face to dry it, but rather you pat dry. You pat dry your skin. Not only that, you will produce early wrinkling because of the movements. Okay. Next is pat dry. Okay, there. We need to moisturize dry skin. This is a must, especially sa countries where we have winter. They will really have to moisturize their skin kasi it becomes so dry. In our country, tropical, dapat we use yung thin na lotions, not the minsan may shea butter, may mga petroleum jelly. We cannot use them because they're very thick, no? And hindi makakahinga yung pores ng skin natin in doing that. So, you find a good moisturizer, especially in our country, in our tropical country. But because of the cold months now, we really need to moisturize. Okay? Next. Okay. I also notice, and when I ask my patients, paano ka ba nag-wash ng face? Yung iba talagang, alam mo yung gano'n, they rub it so harshly. That's not the proper way to do it po. You should gently wash your face. Let the soap do its job. The soap and the water will do its job. Now, do not try to Parang yung iba kasi, it's so harsh, they want to remove, remove kaagad at once, immediately, and also when they're in a rush. No, I advise that you really spend time, gently wash your face, and then if you like, it's also good na medyo warm water siya, not cold water. Kasi even their blood vessels will suddenly change, will suddenly adapt to the temperature. Okay, next. Okay. Now, in the daytime, especially now with our ozone layer, plus yung mga climate change natin, we notice that the sun now, when it's really out, it's really very hot. So, I advise that you also look for a sunscreen if you have to go outdoors. It should be SPF 30 and higher, not any lower kasi if you notice, mas increased ang tindi ng ating heat of the sun now, okay, compared sa mga before. So, and also look for one that is water resistant, especially when you are going out to the beach or having a swim in the pool. We have to look for water resistant sunblocks. Now, how young? Dapat po children 6 years or 6 months and older can have sunscreen on their face. Meron pong for babies, don't worry. Merong water babies, mga ganyan. So you look for it and meron po. There are those available in the market. Next. Okay. One bad thing that you do to harm your skin, truly harm your skin, is smoking. So our advice is don't smoke because smoking speeds up skin aging. Even the color of the lips, which is part of the skin, nagda-darken po when you are smoking. And also we notice that the wounds can take longer to heal. And also, when you have existing skin diseases like asthma of the skin, mga psoriasis, we notice that it worsens them. So, don't smoke. Next. Okay. As I said, prior to this, you have to wash your face gently. So, really resist the urge to scrub your skin clean because you're not cleaning it anymore, actually, or any less. But you're harming your skin already because scrubbing irritates your skin. Imagine there are 3 layers, so all of them you are already harming. You're scrubbing too much, which worsens any skin condition, including acne. Actually, with acne, I really discourage the patients to touch their pustules, yung mga may pus, because they themselves will transfer it. They will infect the adjacent oil glands, and also not only that, uh, how to prevent it from how to prevent them from doing that. What I ask is that remember that when you put your medicine on your face or your sunblock, or remember that you cannot touch your face anymore. The more you touch your face, the more you put um, bacteria, fungi, or microbials on your skin. Okay, next. Okay, so how often during the day do you wash your face? You have to wash your face when waking up, before bed, and after, like during the day, if you had a workout, you had too much sweating, talagang namawis ka, then you have to wash your face. Kasi with the sweating, you also emit odor, especially sa body, that can be cleaned by washing it with soap and water. Okay. And of course, for all conditions, we will advise to stress less. When one feels really stressed, some skin diseases like psoriasis and atopic dermatitis, eczema, even vitiligo, even yung alopecia, yung nag-bald spots, yung color ng skin nagiging puti. Ang number one factor po that we commonly find out is that they are stressed. Stressed yung mga patients. So, stress can only cause flare-ups of many skin conditions including acne, di ba sa mga students when they have their exams, so they're stressed. Tapos, they don't sleep well because they have to study. All those factors will create the acne that we see in the teenagers, in the students that are very, very active in school. Next. Okay. So, not only do we clean the outside, but I found a very good, as a dermatologist, I found a very good combination of supplementation that can not only cleanse the skin outside externally, but can also cleanse our inner body or inner cells. Kaya it will later on manifest on our skin. Okay? Later, I will show you an actual like last week lang po na good friend of mine that I encourage to use our three simple steps. One is detoxification. So we will use cleanse. We have the product of cleanse. I don't call it a product. We have a uh, a tool, yan, which is the cleanse. It is the best colon care because you only have to prepare it like in a half glass of cup, in a half amount, a half cup amount of water, lukewarm, and then you drink it. We usually, like what I did to my friend, I gave him a 5-night cleanse. Okay, next. Okay. Why do we know that it's effective and that we see the results? Because of the contents po. These are the contents of our cleanse formula. And ours is apple in flavor. I try it myself. I'm taking it myself and very, ano naman po, good to the taste. Okay. The next po, we have the step 2, which is rebalance and cell nourishment. We have cleaned the cells, we have cleaned the GIT, the gut. So what do we do next? We rebalance. We give the cell its nourishment. So ito po yung cryptomonadales with the natural PPAR's agonist. Yan. So it provides abundant energy for your cells. It's antiviral, anti-inflammatory, antioxidation, and anti-cancer. So anti-inflammatory and anti-viral and antibacterial makes it a good thing to or a good supplement to intake for all kinds of skin conditions. Okay, then it also purifies blood from the microbes or the microorganisms. It also has an anti-aging effect. For those who have been using the cryptomonadales, I noticed they have very good skin. Um, Medyo glistening, you know what I mean, yung kumikislap, at saka looks healthy and fresh. Mm-mm. So, okay. Okay. The rest of the effect is for the blood sugar and the cholesterol. Mm-mm. That's another topic. Okay, next. Okay. Uh, Okay, yung cryptomonadales, you only don't take, akala mo it's just a supplement, but it's superfood actually because if you notice, at the back of the box po of any product, you will see the contents. And cryptomonadales has nutrients, minerals, and vitamins with it. So superfood. In fact, when I take it, personally, hindi ako nagugutom agad. So I don't get hungry at once. I notice that I can take 2 meals a day and I'm okay. Okay? Next. PPAR's agonist, ito naman po, this is actually what we find in cryptomonadales. This is the key. So this is the key why, if you notice po, there is the cell membrane. I know we all know about the cell membrane. Tapos po, yung iba kasi, the other food supplements or products that we take, hanggang cell membrane lang po sila. And if ever, they will penetrate or they will cross the cell membrane. Our PPARs, we are highly recommending it because it crosses the membrane of the nucleus. And remember, the nucleus is the center of the cell. It is where the most active energy, most activity of the cell and the energy is produced. So nandyan yung mga mitochondria, but I don't want to go to very scientific terminology. What is important is that it crosses the nuclear membrane, the nucleus. So, ito rin po ang one of the few products or few substances that we take that can cross the blood-brain barrier. Yan. So, important po siya. So, we hear of testimonies that nag-increase yung memory, mas sharp siya ngayon, mas active or spontaneous and responses niya. It's because of that, the PPAR's agonist. Yan. So, okay po. Not only, it also regenerates the skin, the cells. So, since the skin is the biggest organ, it will also regenerate the cells of the skin. Yun na nga po yung layers of the skin. Okay? Yun po, it prevents brain damage. So, yung mga memory, promotes health and longevity. It prevents strokes, conditions, and cardiac ischemia, lowers blood sugar. Tandaan nyo po, with blood sugar, the skin is affected such that there is poor wound healing. So this will help that kung nakakita na po kayo ng psoriasis, makikita nyo na parang balat siya ng balat. So this will help na ma-prevent yung peel off at magre-regenerate healthier skin ang mangyayari. Okay? Okay. So, ito po yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. I have a friend, toxic at saka stressful po kasi siya, HR siya ng isang big company, a very good friend of mine. So, he tells me, Jerry, what will I do? So, ito po, I do sa right. Ito yung before. So, I asked him na, how's your bowel movement? Yung everyday ka ba? Yes, sabi niya, but not like before. Konti ngayon. So, sabi ko, when did this happen? 3 months ago daw. Okay, sabi ko, then you have to have your cleanse. So, because he's a very good friend, he trusts me to just not say anything na I don't believe in. So, uminom po siya. 5 days niya ang cleanse niya. 5 nights ang cleanse niya. And on the 3rd night of the cleanse, the day after, I told him to start cryptomonadales. Ang rule in ko po, ang kinoconsider ko dito sa kanyang is it's a fungal infection for me. So, we usually have this kapag your diet is more of dairy, pasta, cheese, mga noodles, ganyan, ice cream, cakes, ganyan. High carbohydrates na diet and high dairy system to produce more. So, nafi-feed natin sila. So, what happens? Nagmamanifest sa skin yung fungal infection na yun. So, after 555 nga siya eh. 5 cryptomodales in the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And after, would you believe, 6 days lang po ito. Sabi niya, Jerry, sabi niya ganyan, tingnan mo, remarkably nawawala. So, ito po yan. But together with this, I also gave him an antifungal once a day lang. So, very minimal. But I noticed that even the antifungals will be absorbed more. Yun ang important eh. So, cryptomonadales helps because of the PPARs that crosses not just the cell membrane but into the nucleus na ano agad, naa-attack agad yung fungus, na-attack agad yung virus, at na-attack agad yung bacteria. So, I was so happy and he even thanked me. Sabi niya, thank you for the healing, Jerry. I said, no, it's not me. We're just an instrument. Cryptomonadales is just an instrument, but it's God who heals. So, I thank God for the blessing of the invention. Actually, it's the um, it's the pinaka-important invention or discovery of the 21st century because of PPARs. Yun po. So yun. Uh, Thank you. I have one result. Okay. And for parting words, he who has health, excuse me, has hope, and he who has hope has everything. Diba? May pag-asa lagi. So, and to quote a Bible verse, it's in First Peter 3:3-4, verses 3-4. Your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as elaborate hairstyles and the wearing of gold jewelry or fine clothes. Rather, it should be that of our inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, a spirit that is stress-free, which is of great worth in God's sight. So yun po. So it should come from within. The healthy looking, fresh looking skin is actually from inside. And thank you to Pipars, Cryptomonadales. Thank you to the cleanse that we can do the physical and then also manifest the beauty that is at peace with God, that is of a gentle and quiet spirit. Okay, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for listening, for your time and your attention. And I hope you learned something. If there are any questions, you can type it probably, and we can, at our convenient time, we can answer you. And also to encourage for those who really want a more detailed consultation, you can come. Please come to the clinic so that we will personally see you and advise you. And so, thank you. This is in Noble Life in Cubao. Okay, thank you and God bless. Good night. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sheena, for all the help. I-off ko. What do I do? Yes. Have a good night's sleep and happy weekend. God bless.
The cleanse itself is a soluble in insoluble fiber. If you do some cleansing, you buy it in the drugstore, but you're not able to cleanse your blood impurities. That's why we have a product that is so unique and clinically proven and studied because it has a soluble and insoluble fiber as well as it brings your pH level into alkalinity. They are worried because if you take the product, you will have ankylosis or alkaline. So do not worry because 80% of what we eat nowadays is more acidified and 20% only what we eat is only alkaline foods. As we age, so mahina na metabolismo mo, wala ka na siguro ng ehersisyo, so you're suffering from stress or prolonging the stress leading for oxidative stress. So better for you cleanse as well because lifestyle kasi ng tao na so wala nang, especially nowadays po, sa bahay ka lang, so whatever you grab this food, so maraming preservativo, junk food, so maraming mga siguro chemicals with that product or instant food, so it's bad for you. You know what? The colon has no property of metabolism. It's only a septic tank. It's your storage bank. So you have to clean it with a broom. That's why while taking the cleansing, it has insoluble and insoluble fiber. So it cleans your colon in abnormalities as well in leaving the environmental factors that your organs functions normally, as well as the secondary effect. You're able to eliminate the toxins in the heavy metals that stays in your blood. That's why as long as you live, as long as you eat, you have to cleanse.
Kahangang katangian ng isang mahusay na karunungan ay ang paggamit ng pinakanatural sa mabisang produkto matatagpuan. Positibo sa lahat ng bagay, sa physical, emotional at spiritual, kasaganahan sa buhay, ang hangad dinuman. Nawala ang kalusugan ay kayamanan. Nawala ay kayamanan sa kalusugan. Pagkakataon, tulungan ang bawat isa, na ang bawat pamilya maiwasan ang karamdaman. Isang bagong henerasyon, harapin ang hamon ng buhay. May pag-ibig, tunay na kapayapaan, tagumpay at pagkakaisa sa lipunan. Ang kalusugan ay kayamanan. May kayamanan sa kalusugan. Ang kalusugan ay kayamanan. May kayamanan sa kalusugan. Ang kalusugan ay kayamanan.